Hello and welcome to Jeff's Pianist Academy. Today's video is a tutorial for the Radetzky March, a joyful composition often associated with New Year's celebration and the famous Vienna New Year's concert. Radetzky March was composed by Johann Strauss Father. He's written a lot of waltzes and marches, but Radetzky March is certainly his most famous work. This march was written to celebrate the military victory under the leadership of Field Marshal Joseph Radetzky von Radetz during the Italian independence wars. And this catchy melody and rhythmic energy quickly made this march very popular, not only with the military but also for the public. And here comes an important distinction. We are speaking about Johann Strauss Father, but I'm sure you know his son as well. He is also Johann Strauss, and he even earned the title Waltz King and became even more famous than his father. Radetzky March is the signature piece of Johann Strauss the father, and Johann Strauss Son composed a famous waltz, the Blue Danube. In German we say an der schönen blauen Donau. And also his famous operetta, the Fledermaus, the Bat. I'm sure you have heard of these as well. It's somehow unusual that the military march became a symbol of joy and celebration, and is performed at the end of the New Year's concert in Vienna, which is broadcasted all over the world. And what makes it so special is how the audience is actively involved in the performance. The people are allowed to clap. So the conductor would turn with his back to the orchestra. Orchestra is continuing playing, and conductor is conducting the people sitting in the concert. And usually it's really fun. If you have never seen this, I'm sure you can find the video on YouTube and see how this Radetzky March is performed in Vienna. And now I would love to introduce you my easy arrangement of this composition. Of course, this is not the entire piece, just the beginning, but the most famous one. And I left it in D major. C major would be easier for the beginners, but D major is original key of this composition, and I thought it's more fun to play it in original composition. Maybe you can play along the orchestra version and play together. It should work. This version is not for early beginners, it's more for more experienced beginners and for early intermediate. So let's start. It's easy. We have the same notes in the right and the left hand, but here is not an octave. We have a C sharp and an A in the left hand. Let's do it again. It's super easy since the left hand is playing the same. This is D major chord the bass, and the third. If you want to have this music, you can find the link in the description below. But there is a little homework for you. I left some empty spaces where you could write the dynamics. I would recommend you to listen the orchestral version of this march and write it down. So the music is more colorful and more contrasting. But let's continue. Here you will need to practice a little bit because of the jumps in the left hand. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Let's do it again. I play measure 17. Here we see different way of the accompaniment. Before we had an easy one, just the bass and the third. Here we also have the bass and the third, but these are inversions of the chords and different harmony. Let's do it again. Next. Now the left hand is easier. I have no magic skills, but usually I have the ability to foresee the problems my students might have. And very often it is when the harmony is changing, where the way of accompaniment is changing, or when we have big jumps where we need more time to find the next note. Then everything slows down. We lose the feeling of the rhythm, the metronome, we lose the tempo, of course, and this stays in our memory, unfortunately. So even if you are playing it still several days, weeks, months, this mistake we had at the beginning may come back during the performance. So my highly recommendation to first challenge yourself with these difficult places, with the harmonies, jumps, and then play it through. Of course, it depends on your piano level. So if you feel comfortable with this version and you need nothing else, great. If you need more time, let's do it again. You can play it together. And then bass, third, bass, third, bass, fourth, fourth. The next similar way. First together, and then you split. And in the next measure, we need to take care of our right hand here. And pay attention to these accents. We need to play the first note very heavy, and then it's very light and soft. So down and up, down and up. And so on. And here I ask you to pay attention of your wrist. It should have no tension in it. It's a very easy feeling of playing. This is a little bit of that feeling. My my highly recommendation is to listen to this march performed by orchestra. It will be very inspiring for you. So please try to recreate this orchestra sound. Take care of the dynamics and of the staccato, of the articulation, and be patient. And here comes a slow version if you need some help to play along. I hope this video has inspired you to learn more about this wonderful composition. Happy New Year, my dear friends. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all your comments, for watching my videos. I wish you from the bottom of my heart a lot of happiness and health in the 2025, and also continued joy in music. See you next year.